we've hit a breaking point. We emergency booked ourselves a room for 2 nights here at, I don't even know the name of this resort. We just literally walked in. Welcome to week 2 living out of our van here in Kauai. Just an update on how things are going. We're still, struggling with the whole managing where everything is. And one of the things that we're dealing with is all of the sand that we have in the van. It is what it is. It's not such a big deal since we're living on an island where we go to the beach all the time, but it's definitely something that we are learning to live with.
So we got a couple van upgrades for you guys. So we replaced our curtains to just make them a little bit longer, just to give us a little bit more privacy. We've been kind of lacking privacy in our van, which is why we also got some curtain rods for the side windows. So you got a window right there and a window right there. These scissors are I need fabric scissors.
So we put up one side of our new curtain rod, because that's all we've done today is just curtain stuff.
Looking pretty good. When we got the van, it had like a chain. The chain's very ugly in my opinion. Blake's adding the chain back.
Imagine this being my wet bathing suit. Hang it right here in the sun. Amazing.
I think it's ugly, but
Literally does not matter at all.
it doesn't matter. He's all about the aesthetics don't matter, but he bought a beautiful Mercedes van, so.
This is not gonna make it in the video, so keep talking.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes we really go all out for dinner. Do you like your food?
It's so good. Blake made the best grilled cheese.
And so I came outside to kind of see how our curtains are doing. Honestly, I gotta say, we did such a good job, and we're just a little bit more stealth now when we're cooking inside. So wow, it's Friday already. What have you been up to?
Trying to figure out like kind of a routine with this van life stuff on the island, trying to see like when we can work, when's the best time to work, where we can work, so been dealing with that.
And also trying to enjoy ourselves as much as we can. Going to beaches a lot more, seeing our friends perform at bars. It's been really nice just to at least relax a little bit in between the time that we're working on the van. I got my title and my registration, and it was only $10. Hawaii is pretty nice, at least in that standpoint. So that's one more thing off of our checklist for this week. And now we can do whatever we want. How many miles per gallon do you think that we get?
Okay, maybe 17.
$100. Let me do the math real quick. I think we're right around 19 miles to the gallon right now. I think. We drove 392 miles divided by 20.5, and there you have it, 19.08 mpg. That's not so bad, but $100 per fill up per week. That's significant. It's definitely significant. And we're about to drive it up the canyon of Waimea, which means that we're gonna lose a lot of gas on the way. All right, so we took a little bit of time, but we are here at Nuololo Trail, and it's about 7.5 miles and 2,500 feet of elevation gain. So Ellie has a 15-pound dumbbell that she's gonna put into my bag. Feels a little bit heavier. This is a down then up kind of hike, which is my least favorite because you get all the reward at the end without doing any of the hard work. At about 2 miles in, you change scenery from the more foresty part of the hike to the actual ridge trail part of this ridge trail. Oh boy.
That's a ridge, all right.
We made it to the end of Nuololo Trail, and the beautiful Nepali coast, not Ellie's face, is right behind us. Ellie's way in front of me because I'm slow. Whew. I'll get you up top. I can just make out a big, beautiful van in the distance. I will not be taking your 15-pound weight next time.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think this week was real for us. The first week was a little bit fun. It was more of a vacation. We're just kind of enjoying the van life. But this week, like, really hit us hard.
It's becoming incredibly difficult maintaining the lifestyle that van life requires. And it's been very difficult not to have a physical vacation.
But we constantly use public restrooms, and every time they're either smelly or like they're absolutely gross because they're full of tourists using them after the beach. And definitely my low is showering at night in the dark with a cold shower in public.
It was pretty rough.
It's about finding the comfort in the uncomfortable. You know, not having the luxuries and being okay with it, and it'd be nice to get a little bit of a routine in the van. We're about to shower in public again in the cold before the sun sets in like 20 minutes.
Good morning from the first day on week 3, and today is February 14th, and it's becoming very, very difficult for us to find ways to surprise each other living in a van together. But I just snuck out and I got her all these things for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna probably be eating some of them too though, so it's a little bit for me, but mostly for her. What do we have?
We got some hand-dipped Belgian dark chocolate strawberries, Ferrero Rocher.
You see, I wasn't sure what was gonna melt quickest, but I feel like things that are wrapped like that are gonna last longer in the van. It gets very hot in the van.
And a rose.
A single rose.
So sweet. I love it.
So that's our Valentine's Day so far. Look at this. As another gift for Valentine's Day, we're gonna try to get our foot pump, this is not just a squeaky toy, our foot pump installed so our sink starts running for real. We
got this delivered in the P.O. box that we got through UPS because when you live in a van, you don't have a solid address. It's nice to have a pump in our hands.
It got here in 2 days from Amazon in our little island. It must have been on Oahu, somebody didn't want it or something like that. But just like the last time that I did any plumbing, there's about a million different pieces just to get one thing done.
Look it up on YouTube.
And now I'm an expert on Teflon tape.
This is how you learn nowadays, guys.
And so I have this end of it all figured out and connected, and now I gotta put it on here somehow. This now connects to our foot pump, and it has an out, which is this one, and an in, which is this one. So I have everything attached to the pump right now. Let's see if it works. I see water.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Come on.
Oh, it's leaking from here. It's leaking from in here. So I guess one perk of having your mobile workshop is that you can just run back into Home Depot and spend another $17 on this one thing just to tighten these things under here and see if we can get the leaks to stop happening. Here comes attempt number 2.
They're gonna come out. Ah! How does it look down there?
It's a little leaky still. So after quite a bit of trial and error, I tightened some things, moved some things around, and we have a fully functioning pump that does not leak.
You're a plumber. You're doing such a good job.
I never want to make a sink or anything related to a sink ever again. We need to cut a hole in the door down here so that the pump is accessible while the doors of the cabinet are shut. Do you like my tool bench or my workbench? There's no better place to get your job done. Final stages now. All you gotta do, screw it in.
Go. There she is, the foot pump.
Oh my gosh. Where's the best place on the island to buy surfboards?
Costco.
In Costco, you can just get these little Wave Storms, or Jeremy Lopez's, I guess this is the version they call it now. Super cheap, only $100, and like you're usually gonna rent them for like $40, $50 a day if you come to the island. So if you're living here for a while, absolutely come to Costco to buy your surfboards, especially if you're not gonna get like a serious one. All right, I'm gonna take you outside real quick. So what I was looking to do today was find a place to put a surfboard. And so I thought of putting one between the wall here and this ladder. But it was like a little bit too tight, and I don't want to like, you know, put a sandy board back up here and scratch my nice paint and all that stuff. but I don't think it's a long-term solution. And then I thought to go onto the roof. I've got my surfboard locked up here. It's stuffed underneath the solar panels. And then in the front, where you have your leash, back down this way to hold it all in place. So we're hoping that that's going to actually stay like that while we're driving 50 miles an hour. But we'll see. Maybe I'll catch some waves today.
Like I'm going to a resort for a week.
It is the end of our third week here, and we've hit a breaking point. We have come to Poipu, the most resorty and touristy place on Kauai, and we emergency booked ourselves a room for 2 nights here at, I don't even know the name of this resort. We just literally walked in, and when we walked in, the guy was like, you know, this place is pretty expensive, right? And I was like, whatever. Like, whatever it costs.
So excited. We're gonna drink Mai Tais and not think about the van, like not think about upgrades, and like kind of just like reset and like get our minds right so that we can like go on to next week and like, you know, just spend some time together without, you know, stressing about, you know, the van being hot or,
Yeah.
you know, all the remodels stuff.
Goodbye.